Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position, as always, something that is both comfortable and sturdy. You want to be comfortable during the practice because you don't want to be distracted by your body during the practice. Sitting in a strange way, maybe on your foot, maybe your back's in a weird way like mine is right now, it might be a distraction later on, and it can hurt later, so it can just be unnecessary. Just find something comfortable. You also want to be sturdy, because a sense of stability gives us a sense of groundedness, a sense of being here. That we're not here to get up to do something else. We're not here in order to get something else. We're here for this moment's sake alone. So something sturdy and something stable are essential. Something sturdy and something comfortable are essential. Just find what works for you. You can sit in a chair, you can lie down, or you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. However, you can practice with your eyes closed if you feel more comfortable doing that. It's not really necessary to keep your eyes open, but if you prefer to keep your eyes closed, go ahead and close your eyes. And if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Maybe just looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing a particular spot in the floor, but we are also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable, sturdy position. Your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly yet clearly downwards. This moment is what there is. Gently bring your attention to it. You may be feeling that there's a giant to-do list that you must tackle. Maybe you're feeling that this is a waste of time. Or maybe something happened earlier today that made it difficult to turn on this video and sit. But you are here. So see if you can just gently put aside the future and the past. And just be here. And careful, because the mind is very cunning. You must also let go of any intention you have for this meditation practice. Any kind of result or experience you are seeking, drop that too. Be here for no reason at all. Nothing to gain, nothing to become, no person to become better. Another way of asking this, or to direct our minds, is to ask, what is here right now, when there are no problems to be solved? There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to become. What's left? And you may notice how thoughts will just pop up behind you and immediately steal your attention along for their ride. You start thinking about dinner or your plans or your worries or even meditation. No longer your attention is here and now. So instead of just trying to generally pay attention to this moment, bring your attention to the coming and going sensations of the breath. And see if for the next 45 seconds or so, see if you can just follow breathing without being distracted by this next thought. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you in the middle of a thought right now. I've interrupted the stream of thoughts that were distracting you from this moment. And this is okay. This is how your mind is usually. Very loud and very distracting. And so when you notice that you're lost in thought, it's no big deal. Simply return. Just bring your attention back to the breath. And gently notice the sensations that take place. And don't try to be perfect here. Just keep on returning to the breath, rising and falling. And maybe I'm catching you again. Just come back. It's important to not try to be perfect at this, not to have a goal in mind. There's no reason for it. Simply return. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Just return to the breath. Nothing special. And be careful here. Thoughts don't have to be quiet for us to notice the breath. We notice the breath as thinking comes and goes. Simply regard your thoughts like the sound of a distant barking dog outside your window. Gently remain with the breath, rising and falling. breathing, rising and falling. What about this moment isn't enough? What's wrong with this? When you are not attached to this next thought, between the thoughts, before thinking, what's wrong? Why all this chasing around, running around, seeking? What's wrong with this? Is there really anything to accomplish here? Is there somewhere you have to go now? What's keeping you from being satisfied with this moment? And if you have to consult thoughts to answer this question, you're going the wrong way. Because there's nowhere to go. There's only this. So be here and completely rest. Okay, you can look at the screen. We all complain. But rarely do many of us look at the reasoning behind that. What is a complaint? What is that? Oh, I'm tired. Why is everything wrong? Why does this always happen to me? She shouldn't be talking like that. That's unbelievable. We live in such a crazy world. I hate it. Why do we say things like that? What are we saying at the core of that? From my perspective, when we complain, when we use our fault-finding mind, we're saying no. No to this moment. Because we think there's something better than this moment. We're always thinking there's something better than this moment. And so we push our happiness and well-being off to the future, to some fairy tale place. And many of us live a life full of fear, frustration, and just general melancholy, never seeing the folly in pushing our well-being to the future. I'll be happy once I get that job. Once I make $70,000 to $80,000 a year, then I'll be happy. Once I get that partner, that friendship, that career started, then I'll be happy. No. It's fault-finding mind. It's saying, I don't like this moment, and I won't be happy until the future happens in the way I want it to. And I'm sure, you hear me saying it like this, we all know how silly that is. But we do this internally. Now, this fault-finding mind is simply a product of thinking. It is thinking. It's saying, and thinking is always trying to survive. It's trying to protect. So it complains to find something better. Because as we evolved, that kind of mind was very successful for survival. But now that especially if you're watching this video right now, now that we live in these kind of societies, that kind of survival mindset isn't needed. That kind of complaining, melancholy, frustrated mind isn't really needed. Because we're here. Always. And if you practice, you can learn to leave that complaining, fault-finding, everything is wrong mind. It's not you. But without practice, we're captured by these thoughts. And we identify with them and we say, I'm mad, I'm frustrated. Why can't my mind be quiet? My mind, me. So practice. See if you can let go of this fault-finding mind and stop complaining. Just accept the way things are. And come back to silence and leave your thinking alone. Just practice. Thank you for your time today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.